Hi everyone, I'm Carissa and welcome to my channel. I'd like to share with you today on something that many of us might be able to relate to, which is on work boundaries. And what do I mean by work boundaries? You know how sometimes at work we face certain difficult situations or even obstacles and challenges, and we are unable to express ourselves to people around us how we might be feeling or what we are experiencing because of colleague relationship, boss relationship, and various other types of relationships that you might have at work. So what I'd like to share today are some tips where you might be able to implement at your workplace, and hopefully you will be able to draw up some work boundaries for yourself. So imagine a situation where you are currently overwhelmed with certain work and your manager or your boss or other colleagues still try to overload you with even more work. What can you do, and how should you prevent such a situation from happening? Well, what I'm about to share are some tips that I have, and not solely practicable by everybody. It really is up to your comfort level as well as how your workplace situation is like currently. So firstly, go for coaching sessions. Coaching sessions are designed such that coaches are able to use questions to guide you to realizing possible solutions for yourself that you might be able to take at your workplace. And secondly, perhaps you might want to consider looking for a mentor and asking for advice if advice is what you're looking for. So people who might be your colleagues or even people from outside your workplace might be able to give you solutions that could help you to tackle a certain situation that you're experiencing at work. Now, what you really must remember is that not all solutions can be implemented in every situation. So it's really up to your own discretion and how you are as a person, whether or not you dare to take certain solutions that other people recommend or not. And thirdly, you might want to consider also to set limits for yourself in terms of when work is over, leave work at work and go home and enjoy yourself with your family or friends. Take a breather from work, and do let your colleagues or bosses know if they message you after working hours that you might not be available. So this is also up to the nature of your job, where you might not be able to not answer phone calls or even emails and texts from your bosses. Alright, so next, you might want to create a system for yourself, a customized, personalized system where you're comfortable with, and something that you know is achievable by yourself. Sometimes we follow schedules and systems that other people create for themselves only to find out that it doesn't work for us because due to the nature of our job, due to our characters, or due to the different dynamics of people around us in our workplace. So try and find your own customized solution in creating a system for yourself, and create priorities and deadlines where you can adhere to. Also, don't forget to be realistic and practical when you set deadlines for yourselves. I myself also sometimes find it difficult to adhere to certain deadlines that I set for myself because there are a lot of other ad hoc activities that come up along the way. So along the way, I do learn about myself, the nature of my job, and create a system for myself that works for me. So I strongly encourage you to create a system for yourself. Now the next one is something that some people might find it difficult to practice, which is to learn how to say no to people. Now, I fully understand that it might be difficult for some who are unable or find it difficult to say no to people who come to you looking for help. Now, what I'm saying is not to 100% all the time say no, but to really assess and know for yourself if you are able to take up the additional workload if someone asks you to help them with certain work that they might not be able to finish or find it challenging to tackle. So one thing that you can try doing is to sit down with them and discuss with them, and brainstorm with them on how you can solve the issue together. And second thing that you can try doing is also to share with them that you have a lot on your plate right now and you really want to help them, but you are unable to take up the additional workload at this point in time. I really want to emphasize on how important it is for you to focus on your well-being and health first. Your mental state itself is also very important. So do not just, care for other people, but also care for yourself as well. Alright, now the next thing I want to talk about is to be honest, not just with your bosses and colleagues, but to yourself as well. So if you do know that the workload for you is currently too much, be honest. I know it's not easy because we all have valid concerns about our own image at work. For example, what if we don't do it? Then does it mean that we're not capable? Or does it mean that, we are not efficient? Well, all these are really very valid concerns depending on your workplace and work culture. So one thing I suggest to you is actually being aware of your own key performance indicators, KPIs for short. So by being aware of your KPIs, that might be able to help keep you on track as to your progress at work as well. Now my next suggestion to you would be to discuss and communicate. So what happens at work sometimes is where our bosses see us just, absorbing a lot of different works and projects, and they think that, we're fine, we're alright, we're managing well, and they are not aware of how suffocated we feel or how stressed out we feel, especially our mental state of mind, which is why I personally feel that it is very important to be honest with them as well as being honest with yourself, and discuss with your bosses and maybe even colleagues who are sharing their workload with you. It does not mean that by not taking on more work, you are inefficient or incapable. And this is something that you might be aware of as well. Just that, we are all worried of how people see us, be it as colleagues or even as a worker. So do remember to take care of yourself first. So before I wrap up this video, I do want to remind you to remember what is important to you, what is most important to you. And as long as you know what is important to you, I believe that no matter how hard or tough things get at work, you will be able to overcome all these challenges. So thank you for watching this video. I truly appreciate your time, and I hope that this video has been supportive in terms of ideas that might be able to help you in drawing up boundaries for yourself at work. And do let me know if my suggestions work for you at work, and if you have other ideas that you want to share with me, do write in the comments below, and take care in the meantime. Stay safe and goodbye.